first time in the UK, man.
Yeah, very
absolutely
first
awesome.
It's crazy, dude. I did not know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like literally, we've been in the UK for 5 hours now. Yeah, we got here like right before the set. It's crazy.
What's your experience so far? How are you finding it?
Dude, I might as well be from Manchester. This is awesome, dude.
Incredible.
I feel at home. This is great. Everyone's so cool. I mean, we came in, it's like, everyone's like so excited, bought a bunch of shirts. I was like, dude, I gotta go play. Like, come with me, let's go play. Everyone came in, it was crazy. I've never played that many people ever. It was the biggest show we've ever played.
Unreal, yeah. And I've seen, I've been watching quite closely on YouTube the last sort of year or so, and I've seen you've had some pretty insane shows back home. So like, if this is the biggest one you've ever played, that's unreal.
It's wild, yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about California Curse?
Let's do it.
Dude, what an album. And
thank you, man.
What an opening track, what a setup there. You know, I'm glad you brought that energy today. I wasn't sure, obviously, I know you've got a new album coming out on Epitaph.
Yes, sir.
And I wasn't sure if that had changed up the set a little bit, but today was perfect. Everything I'd hoped for.
Dude, I love it, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we were. I love the album. It's just crazy. Like, I mean, we're 2 years over since it came out, and this is our first time, like, you know, getting a tour out of the country on it because of COVID and everything. So it's like new. It's old songs, but they're played to a new crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're done with the second album now. It's all, we just finished recording, and then we flew to Europe.
Yeah.
But it's great. I think it's gonna be we like it. I think it's been a good follow up. But you know, that album it opened a million doors for us, and we worked really hard on it. And I think we took the best parts of the first album, like the experience, and like the best parts of the songs that we wrote that we liked, and we just focused on that for this next album.
Cool. Going all in on you and your sound.
Exactly. We really I feel like we really found our sound, you know, with the last album. But like, even then, there's still parts where, like, when we went to record, we were like, you know, I don't really know about this one, but we already have it, let's do it. Whereas this one was like, we were so stoked on all of it, and we just took our time. We had time. Epitaph was super cool. It was like, dude, you can't play because of COVID, so just take your time, write the best record you can.
In another way, that perhaps that's a blessing in disguise. I mean, it's always weird trying to find positives from COVID. What a shit fucking thing we've all been through. But, like, you know, California Cast as well, maybe that had some extra time to grow just due to not being able to tour. I know it sounds strange, but like I say, I wasn't aware of it when it came out, but subsequently later became aware of it because people are listening more during that. You know, people are at home, like sitting on YouTube or whatever, discovering new bands, and it was my drummer who put me on to you. Like, he was like, bro, you need to hear this. He was too right.
Dude, that makes me so happy, man. Well, dude, that's the thing. I feel so lucky. We were so, in hindsight, I feel so thankful because we were bummed. We had like big record release shows planned, like a little run, and it was early. The world, at least in LA where we were, or California, shut down, and like 2 weeks later the album dropped. So it was early. I don't think, as far as I can remember, the only other album that came out was the Rotting Out Ronin record on the same day as us.
Oh, wow.
And we're from the same area, which is like, you know, funny. And it was like, hey, like, we just put on for each other. It was like, no one else has music, no one has anything to do. Just sit at home, listen to the Drain record, listen to the Rotting Out record, and people were like, dude, stoked. They had nothing to do, they're bored off their ass. And people were like,
thank God they had that.
Exactly. So in a way, I'm so thankful because a lot of people, like, dude, that album, like, and I'm just telling what people tell me, like, dude, the album got me through COVID.
Yeah.
It hit, and then it was like the weirdest summer ever, and we dropped it right in the spring. So people, like, the whole summer, we were like, I wasn't with any friends, but like I was listening to your album, and like a lot of people too, like, you know, started like doing like their physical like fitness journeys because they had nothing else to do. So people were like, dude, I like literally learned like how to run and like lift weights listening to that album.
Incredible.
And like now I look better, I feel better. I'm like, dude, that
seems so fitting that we're here in a gym.
Yeah, I straight up, dude. Yeah, I just have been here to get my reps in, dude. No,
but dude, I can vibe with that positivity people are giving you from, you know, them get that album, getting them through COVID. It's like the positivity in your set. Can we talk about that? I mean, your energy, man. You love hardcore. You know, all of you guys, but your enthusiasm for it, the way you big up the scene, like. I'm glad that you've got to come here today and see what we've got going on here. Do you know what I mean? It's like seeing what you've got going on over at home, that's inspiring to us. So the fact that your experience, I'd hope to say, is much the same here today.
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
positivity and the energy.
The vibe has been fantastic. I'm so thankful, dude. Well, that's the thing. It's like I feel like with our band, and it's funny, I was telling someone too, like, if you want to listen to Drain music, listen to the record.
Yeah.
But if you want to experience it, come see it live, because I'll be honest, my band plays great. The guys playing the instruments, they rock it. I don't sing basically the whole set because there's like today. What was the capacity today? Do you know?
It's a few thousand, it's 4,000 or 5,000.
Today there's 5,000 singers for Drain. It wasn't me, you know.
Yeah.
It's not just me, and so that's why it's like, and for the people who know the songs, I'm like, this is for all of us. It's a whole experience. It's not, you know, some bands like this band is for, it's specific for people who like, you know, 90s.
Gatekeep in the
the 90s metallic, you know, hardcore from like, you know, the 8,000 area or whatever. It's specific. Whereas I'm like, dude, Drain is literally is your friend, is for everybody. If this is your first show, I'm so happy you're here, and I'm gonna treat you with the same love and respect as people that have been going in shows and playing shows for 20 years, you know?
Right.
And that's what this band's all about. It's for the kids, dude. I love it.
And I mean, it surprised me when you did the process of weeding out, and you were saying, this is for those who thought we couldn't do it. Like, it's amazing to me that you had any dissenters. You know what I mean? Because it's like, how could you not get on board with that?
You know what? It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. I mean, Dre started in 2014, and like that's the thing that's funny. It's like you know, mostly people that like maybe aren't really in hardcore, but more just like, you know, it sounds dumb, but like I don't know, people we know growing up, you know, family or people that just kind of like, dude, like we're like, are you, you know, what are you doing? Like you want to do this band thing? You're like kind of an adult though, you know, like we weren't like young, you know, like I was 20, so I wasn't like old, but I was like, I was already out of school, and I kind of wasn't really doing anything, you know. It was like, what are you doing, dude? I was like, I want to do this band, like I love it. And people were like, dude, like you're making a mistake, you're throwing your life away, you're gonna do this, that, and rather than people be like, wow, that's really like awesome. What, you know, how can I support and be there to support? I found the support from my friends that we played with and the people that liked us, and it was that even people that like love our band now at first, like, who's this guy with his shorts on, like smiling? He's like wants to be Mr. Cool with everybody. Like, dude, fuck this guy, whatever. I'm like, dude, I just love everybody, man. I'm just happy to be here. And then they got on board later. Everyone gets on board later. And you know, some people hate the music. I get all the time, dude, straight up, I don't like your music, but you're my favorite band to see live. And I'm like, dude, respect, dude. I love it. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm like, yo, I'm a harsh critic. I can take a critic. But it's like, dude, like I think it's undeniable. It's like, dude, what we're putting out there is really something special. I feel thankful to be a part of it, you know?
Too right.
It's awesome.
It's that weird duality in the hardcore community of like, it's all about love, like, there's so much aggression and maybe a bit of this macho image, the bravado of like, why are you being so positive? You know, like it comes across as strange in such a potentially aggressive environment, you know? Not that there's any genuine aggro in that respect.
Right. But dude, you see a band like Terror, you know, I'm like, this is like positive aggression. It's like, dude, that resonates with me. At least for me early on, it's like, that's what it's about. It's like, dude, we've got a lot, you know, everyone's got a lot, and we love this music, and it's like, it's fun. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I like to be the macho dude. Sometimes I like to bro out. I'm like, dude, I want to see everyone just get punched in the face. I love it. Sometimes, you know, that's my favorite. People just moshing hard. It's all for the fun of it, you know. No one's really trying to ruin someone's day. Sometimes it happens, and it's like, hey, that's the thrill of it, you know. That's where the adrenaline. If it's too safe, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't have a heartbeat right now. I'm scared. I got fucking kneed in the face. I got fucking kicked in the nuts today during the set. And it's like, yo, everyone's like, yo, you're on. I'm moshing. We're moshing. It's like, whatever happens in the next 20 minutes happens. But let's just have fun. Let's take care of each other. But let's mosh. Let's dance hard. You know.
100%. And I think it's people like yourself coming at shows like this with that attitude that makes no barrier shows this size even possible.
Oh, dude, I love it. This has been our first time, man. Like out here, we've only played like 1 or 2 barrier shows. This has been awesome. I love not playing with the barrier. That was a perfect size stage. Like, that was insane. I blacked out. I totally blacked out. I love it, dude. I was like, dude, I don't even know what's happened. This is not real life. Wow. It's great, man. Yeah.
Cody was telling me you got a few dates coming up in London and then Europe.
Yeah, or we're almost done. We did London. We did Europe. We did like Germany.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we're going back. We're gonna be in. We're doing 3 nights in London. We're going back to Paris, and then we're going to Belgium. So I think, yeah, we'll be still around. But yeah, man, it's been awesome. We've been out for like 2 weeks with Vane and Higher Power.
Awesome.
Which is, dude,
Higher Power was one of my highlights this weekend. Saw him at Download the other week as well. Incredible.
To 1 million people. It was awesome. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. It's like, this package is so cool because it's like there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, like Vane's got the DJs, Higher Power's got these super catchy sing-alongs. We got like, you know, whatever the hell is going on, the riffs, the launch parts, all that stuff. It's been fun, man.
Completely.
So to do it all here doesn't get better.
Completely.
You know.
What was I going to ask about next?
What up?
I was going to talk about a couple of your influences. I loved at one point during the set, you just shouted for California hardcore. And so,
yeah.
What has impacted you? What drove you to be in a hardcore band and do these shows?
Dude, I mentioned earlier, and it's not a joke. You know, like Rotting Out was one of my first hardcore bands I got into because I grew up on like punk rock and like metal and thrash metal, but then I found Rotting Out and it's like that
the crossover
exactly
kind of, yeah.
That middle. I'm like, dude, this sounds like suicidal tendencies, but then also has like parts that are just like I don't even know. It just it clicked. There's Power Trip and Rotting Out, and so Rotting Out is actually from the town I grew up in San Pedro, in LA.
Awesome.
And so like LA was my first home. But then I moved to Santa Cruz, which is, you know, Northern California, and so that's why it's like it's not Santa Cruz curse, it's LA curse, it's the whole state. Dude. We love everybody. Obviously, we have like, you know, bands in Santa Cruz and like the Bay Area, which is our local scene. But California, it's big, but it's not that big. You know, the LA bands, it's not like that weird to get a band from LA to come up and play a local show. It's like, dude, we're all the same scene with the same community. We all support each other. We go out to their shows when they come to our shows, and it's like, it's just brotherhood, you know, brother and sisterhood. We love everybody, man.
Fully, 100%.
Yeah, it's great. And that's the thing, even the bands, it's like, dude, like, you got a band like Dead Heat that kind of plays like, you know, a closer style maybe to like what we play, a little bit more like the kind of crossing over thrash and hardcore, you know, and then bands like God's Hate, which kind of, we also share some influences, the big breakdowns, you know, and then Tsunami, our friends in the backyard, you know, right in our neck of the woods. It's like all these bands that sound different but similar.
Yeah.
You know, we're all the same thing, we all play the same show, so that's what it's all about, man, just putting on. I love California, I love my RBS scene back home, the real bass shit, all my friends, Gold, Tsunami, Feel the Flames, Extinguish, fucking Shadow Man, I don't know, everybody.
Incredible.
Yeah, I love everybody.
So I guess Epitaph must be a dream, right?
Dude, insane. Totally insane.
Again, like Epitaph, so many bands, like so many different sounds, but then this similar sort of vision, this similar sort of ethic, like.
Yeah. Well, dude, that's the thing. When it became our manager, you know, I say manager, he's just my friend, really. Yeah. My friend James, he's a great dude.
And your closest, your biggest fans are your closest friends.
Exactly.
You know, the people, the team around you, they are your fans and your friends. You know?
Exactly, man. So he's like, dude, like, you're not gonna believe this, but like, I think Epitaph might be interested. I'm like, shut up, no way. And so when it really, he's like, hey, like they want to do it. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? And it was just like, dude, I mean, like before like hardcore or anything, I mean, dude, like Green Day, The Offspring, like some of my first music like interests were on that label.
For sure.
And that's the thing. It's like, dude, you know, I think that while sometimes, like I said, I do love bands sometimes where it's like they have a very specific image, style, and sound that they want to play to these kids only. Drain's one of those bands where it's like, dude, we could be on Epitaph with, you know, their super diverse roster.
Yeah.
We could be an Epitaph band, but we could still play and cater to the hardcore crowd we love. And we want to do stuff, man. We play with rappers. It's great, dude. We want to play wherever the kids are. I'll do pop punk show, hardcore, fucking hip hop. We love it. Wherever the kids are that want to the kids that want to go crazy. That's where I'm at. Like, dude, I'm the kid that wants.
I think they're everywhere.
That's the thing.
So that can take you everywhere.
Exactly, dude. That's why it's like, dude, we've been very fortunate. We've been, you know, shown a lot of love by our hardcore scene and, you know, the global hardcore world. And so it's like, all right, man, let's bring more people in. Let's go get some kid who has no idea what's going on. And, you know, we played a show with the group City Morgue, rap group in San Francisco.
Right.
We played kids like, dude, I've never seen a band with a guitar. They're in high school. I'm like, dude, check it out. They're like, we're from Santa Cruz. We're from where you live. And I'm like, dude, check it out. This is us. Find us online. Listen to our friends. Dude, they came out to the next show we played. In the next home show, they came like, dude, we just want to see you guys. We live here. We've been so stoked. We've been listening to your friends like Tsunami and Gulch. I'm like, dude, that's what it's all about, man. Like, we know where we stand. We know where our hearts are. But it's like, going, putting in the work elsewhere and bringing it back home, staying true to what we love, you know?
Man.
So,
I couldn't even imagine first guitar band I ever saw live, and it's Drain.
Oh,
like, that
dude.
would be like such a mind-blowing experience. It doesn't surprise me that like they want to follow that, no matter what they were into before.
Straight up, dude.
They've never seen a guitar band, and they see something that energy, that vibe.
Oh.
They're gonna be hooked, you know.
Oh, dude, they're literally like, I don't even know a rock band before, but I love your band. They bought the record, they bought the
Incredible.
shirts. They're like, dude, we want to learn more. I'm like, dude, please come. And every time that they came, like, dude, like it's sold out showing. Yo, this kid has to come in. He has to come in. Like he came to the rap show. Get him in. He's like 16. He's just having the time of his life.
Cool.
That's what it's all about, man. Just growing, you know.
And it will grow. It'll keep growing.
I hope so, dude.
Just got to ask. So it was a complete surprise to me today. Your bass player. You got a relatively new bass player.
Dude,
when did they join?
We don't have a bass player right now.
You don't
to
really,
be honest.
okay, I see,
yeah,
I see.
we don't have a bass player right now, man. That's the thing. Like me, Tim, and Cody, we've been jamming together for years, and you know, it's tough, man. It's I think we give off a very carefree vibe.
Yeah.
But you know, we're really particular, man, about who we want to let into this world. We put so much hours.
Yeah.
Like I
You
said,
need someone with that same dedication and commitment, I expect.
exactly, and just just to be on the same page, man. It's like, dude, this band is very fortunate to have a lot of love, but we try to keep very humble, stay down to earth, and it's like, it's fun. It's harder than it seems sometimes. We're very protective of who we want to let into our world because I represent my friends on stage. They represent me. We represent the name.
Yeah. And you are representing, seriously, like, it's when you talk about the California hardcore scene, for a band to come out and put out an album like California Curse, it's like, oh great, we can be excited about that again. Like even over here, it's like, not that it ever gets like dull or boring hearing stuff out of that area, but it's like, California Cast is one of those records where it's like, oh, everybody get on board.
Dude, we're lucky, man. That's why it's like, and the way we've done that, man, is just being respectful, being humble, and being cool with everybody. And you know what? We've had a couple of friends, nothing on bad terms. Just be like, I don't want to tour anymore. I'm over it. So I get it. Fair enough.
Well, it
so
happens.
Yeah, so we're just finding it. And it's funny. Our bass player for a while plays guitar in Tsunami.
Right.
And he was getting pretty. That's his. Drain's my main, my baby. That was his baby, and so it's like you got to focus on your baby and put in the work. So
no love lost or anything like that. It's just all cool.
It's all good vibes. So dude, it's funny.
And it's good that like there is that much going on and that much. Yeah.
Well, that's why, my dude. By me keeping it selfish because I'm stopping someone else from doing their thing, and so he left. And we actually, dude, I bought a bass. I don't even know how to play bass, but I bought a bass, and I wrote the bass for the album.
Awesome.
And I tried to track it. I couldn't play it clean enough, but I wrote the bass parts, and Cody ended up tracking bass for the record. It was just the three of us.
Yeah.
So to be continued.
excited.
To be continued. If you play bass, we'll see. We've been very fortunate. We got a lot of friends that are down to do it. It's just
Well, the thing is, the crowd can sing like your entire set. So I mean, if you could stick to the bass, man,
Fuck, cool. Yeah, no, we got our buddy Parker. He used to play in Drain a couple years ago.
Awesome.
And so he still lives in Santa Cruz. He's a great dude. He plays in a band called Shadow Man. So we're like, dude, hey man, like, you want to do this Euro tour with us? We're kind of like still figuring out, what we're gonna do. So it worked out. But yeah, so short answer, no bass player yet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man. You're awesome,
Sammy.
bro. Thank you, man.
Really looking forward to the next album. Like, super stoked. So, especially off that single. Like,
Dude,
absolutely
thanks,
awesome.
man.
And,